Good morning. Happy Thursday. We got a long weekend coming up. So we'll have folks coming into the room here shortly. All right. Got a nice media law lesson planned, an interesting media note, um, a new workshop came up, and I will talk about that in the announcements. Hey, we got two people in the room, so we're starting to get folks filtering in. Good to have you here. Evan is here. All right. Evan, on point as always. Already did the media note. That is cool. All right. All right. Three people in the room. Jackie is here. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning. All right. We got a third person in the room. All right. Well, I'm also going to be asking later as the question of the day, what you do with this holiday weekend. You have a nice long holiday weekend. You have beautiful weather and not a lot of places to go. So anyhow, we'll see what the group thinks about that a little later. Um, Boy, we are getting right down to the end of the semester. I was planning out what I wanted Stephanie to do for the next SIs, and there's only two left. So this strange sort of, I don't know, what would you call it? This strange educational experience we're going through is, at least for this semester, about to be over. All right. The computer says 9:10, and who am I to argue? So let's begin. Announcement number one. If you are seeking a career as a photographer or a graphic designer, graphic artist, if you have an interest in that, Career Education is doing a panel with three professionals working in those fields. It will be tonight at 6. The announcement that gives you the particulars on how to get there via Zoom, that is under Media Panel 2 in the announcements. And yes, if you write a 300-word or so summary, I will give you 5 points of extra credit. As some of you are beginning to realize, your points total is really healthy right now, that I did make it an unusually easy course. So at this point, with these extra credit things, do it because you might get something out of it. So, if you do see yourself kind of on the artistic end of media, this could be a good panel to go to. It could have an impact on your future. Fall priority registration has begun. I am advising students to sign up for classes as soon as they can, because with the economy being what it is, we are going to have more students than places in classes. So more students than spots. Let's put it that way. So it's a good idea for you to sign up as soon as you can. My fall classes, all MassComm 101s, are still wide open at this moment, but they should close, fairly quick. So if you want to recommend the course to any of your friends, they're still open. 2 of my classes will be distance ed, asynchronous, and then the other 2 will be remote learning, which is what we're doing this semester. All right, next announcement. I have posted information about a California program that provides financial assistance to undocumented workers who have been left unemployed by the coronavirus crisis. So if you're in the service economy, the restaurant economy, for example, very easily you could be jobless through no fault of your own. And so anyhow, that California program is probably something you should look at if you or somebody you know happens to be undocumented. That too is in the announcements section. Next thing, no class on Monday. Now, I I don't know if you have other classes, right? This is a Tuesday, Thursday class. But if you have a Monday, Wednesday class or just a Monday night class, don't go to it on Monday. It is Memorial Day. Oh, here's something that just came into me yesterday. It's a workshop called Denied. It's for people who, and I shouldn't laugh. It's for people who were denied transfer for, whatever reason. And what the workshop is about, and it's going to be next Tuesday, 3 to 4:30 p.m. And I have all the information in the announcements, the denied transfer workshop. Who it's for is the student who maybe applied to Berkeley. That's a fine ambition, right? And you didn't get accepted. Well, this workshop is about, well, what do you do from here? And it's all about, your options, because you always have options. So yeah, that might be a good workshop for some of you to go to. ASGCC elections are continuing. I believe they end at the end of this week. So if you haven't voted, vote. Supplemental instruction. Apparently, we had a fun and instructive, according to another student, a fun and instructive SI on Discord the other day. And next week, next Tuesday at 12:30, Stephanie will be going through Media Law, Chapter 13. So we only have 2 more SIs remaining. So next week, it's Media Law. Then the week after that, it is final exam review. Quiz number 3 is live this week. Many of you have taken it. Some of you have not. Get it done. It'll close on Sunday, so just get it done. Multiple choice, easy. Let's see, what else? Let's get to the question of the day, shall we? The question of the day is rooted in the idea that we've all had to make adjustments over the last couple of months, and that includes how we celebrate holidays, how we unwind during those long holiday weekends. And so, question of the day for you is, what plans do you have for the upcoming Memorial Day weekend, and how will it be different from a normal year? What plans do you have for Memorial Day weekend, and how will it differ from a normal year? So while you're thinking of the answer, I'll tell you how my Memorial Day routine is changing this year. Probably for the last 30 years, going all the way back to when, even before my son was born, we would go to Paso Robles in Central California for the Great Western Bike Rally. And it was a lovely getaway in a small town and rolling hills outside the town where you could ride your bicycles and play volleyball and do all sorts of things. And unfortunately, as with so many large events, the bike rally has been canceled this year. And so we're going to be staying closer to home. So, all right, let's see what you guys have come up with. Let's see, Evan is saying none. It'll be the same like every year. Evan, sitting at home playing video games. Well, I gotta say, Evan, certainly staying at home playing video games is a social distancing activity. It's kind of like the activity of the moment. Okay. Jackie, I don't have any plans for Memorial Day. I'm just going to stay home. Yeah. I think what we're trying to figure out in our household, and you might want to think about it too, is people do need a break every once in a while. And, I mean, something like taking a holiday weekend a few hours away in the countryside where you can kind of unwind. I mean, that kind of makes sense. But this year, it's really not practical to do that. I called up the hotel that we stay at every year, and they said, well, we have a few Caltrans workers who are staying at the hotel during the week, but on the weekend, the lady at the desk who answered the phone said, she said, during the weekend, she said, there's pretty much nobody here. So, all right, what other plans do you guys have for the holiday weekend this unusual year? I'm being talked into a hike on the Pacific Crest Trail, on a segment of it that's about, well, I don't know, 30 miles to the north of us. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Anyone else got any plans? What are we getting here? Okay, well, you forced me to tell you what it is you guys are doing today. And please, you can still put in your Memorial Day plans, but I'm going to move ahead to the media note and the lecture. Today's media note is, it's the idea that not everyone sees things in the way the U.S. sees it. I mean, I think during this current crisis, it's become more and more obvious. But one of those things that there's a difference of opinion, even among developed industrialized nations, is the notion of privacy in the internet age. And so today's media note is entitled Privacy in Public in Europe. And it is about a European Union, EU, a European Union law that is kind of unusual. And I imagine some of you will say, hey, that law sounds like a great idea. And some of you will say, hey, that law sounds like a terrible idea. But listen to the NPR story because, it's interesting. Then after that, take the media note quiz. And then after that, there was a problem the other day with the sound on several slides in the media law chapter. So I fixed it. The sound should now work right throughout the media law chapter. And furthermore, I've broken it into two parts. So today you are to do media law part 2, chapter 13, part 2. All right. Any last questions or comments before I end the live stream and head on over to Canvas Chat? I got a trash truck out the window. That's what you're hearing. Well, if there are no last comments or questions, I will end the live stream, and I'll see you in a few seconds over at Canvas Chat. Bye.